Hi guys, and welcome to World of Tanks Review. I'm Buddy1927, and today we are reviewing patch 9.7. In patch 9.7, there's a new 7 new French tanks, 2 new light tanks in tier 2. Tiers 3 through 5, there's 3 new medium tanks, and tiers 9 and 10, there's 2 new medium tanks in that line. So let's take a look at the current French line. This is in patch 9.6, and as you can see, there's definitely, it's the easy line, not much added to it. But now, yeah, there we go. Now here in 9.7, you can see that the tech tree has definitely changed in the French line. What they've done is they've taken the H-35, which is the tier 2 light tank in the light line that turns, when you get to tier 9 10, you go get the tier 9 and 10 medium tanks, the Lorraine and the BC. What they did is they moved the H-35 up and added the FMC 36 and the Renault R35 to the tier 2 light tanks. And now the H-35 starts the small medium line. The Samara RS-35, which is the tier 3 medium tank. The SARL-42, which is the new tier 4 medium tank. And the Renault G1 medium tank, and then the medium tank line stops there, and you continue on to the heavy excuse me guys, to the new to the heavy line, which is the ARL 44 tier 6 heavy tank. So that's not too bad. And then what they've done is they just added the AMX. Once you get to the AMX 1390, which is the tier 8 light tank, you, instead of going down the Lorraine and the BC, you can go down to the new AMX line, which is the AMX 31 ER prototype, which is the new tier 9 medium tank, and the AMX 30B, which is the new tier 10 medium tanks. So that's what they've done, and they changed the lineup a little bit in this thing. So now you've seen what you get to see. What I'm going to be doing in the rest of this video is I'm going to be going over the 2 new the 2 new light tanks, and the 3 new medium line tanks, and in a couple other videos we'll be going over the rest of the new tanks in here. So I'll see you all on the other side. Okay, here we go. This is the first new tier 2 light tank, which is the Renault R35. So it's not too bad of a tank. Let's move it so you can take a look at the specs, and I'll go ahead and blow that up so you can see them a lot better. Okay, the Renault 35 comes with 155 hit points, 82 on the horsepower. Top speed on this thing is 23 kilometers per hour. Traverse speed is 24 degrees per second. Hull is 40, 40, and 32. The front turret armor is 40, 40, and 40. The traverse speed on the turret is 24 degrees per second. The view range on this is 300. And the signal range is 290. So it does come, you can pick from up to 3 different guns. The top 2 tier 2 guns is the 37 SA-38 and 37 are called 1934, and that's that. As you can see, the does come with a top turret of Tier 2 turret, Tier 3 radio, Tier 2 engine, Tier 2 set of tracks, and does lead to the AMX-38. Okay, this is the FCM-36. Let's take a look at the specs on this thing. We have 140. This is also Tier 2. We have the 140, 105 horsepower, 24 kilometers per hour top speed, 34 degrees per second, 40, 20, and 20 on the hull, so it has a little less armor, and 40, 40, 40 on the turret. Turret traverse speed is 24 degrees per second, 280 on the view range, and 300 meters on the signal range. So that's not too bad. You do have two guns you can choose from, which are the same two guns on the Renault R34. So the choice is yours, whichever one you want to choose from. That's up to you. Now, this only comes with one turret, which is Tier 2. It does have a Tier 3 radio, a Tier 2 engine, Tier 2 set of tracks, and you can choose from, and it also leads you to the AMX-38. So you can choose between the Renault R35 and the FCM-36. Now for the new medium tank. This is the new medium tank Tier 3, the Samara S35. Let's take a look at the specs on this tank. Okay, it does come with 250 hit points. Engine horsepower is 230. 45 kilometers per hour is the top speed on this thing. Traverse speed is 38 degrees per second. It does have 47 millimeters of armor on the front, 40 on the sides, and 35 in the rear. The turret has 40 on front and side, and 60 on the rear turret. Turret traverse speed is 42 degrees per second. View range on this is 330 meters and 710 on the signal range. Now, take a look at how it comes. Top gun on this is a Tier 3, which you can choose from two of them. It does come with a Tier 3 turret, a Tier 9 radio, a Tier 5 engine, and a Tier 3 set of tracks. Now it does have an option of two Tier 3 guns. First, both of them are the 47s. So you can choose which one you want to do. You got the gun 47mm SA-35 or the gun 47 SA-37. Both of them are 47 caliber. The 35 has a rate of fire of 24 rounds per minute compared to the 37, which has 20.69. Average penetration is 45, 79, and 24 compared to on the 37, which is 66.98, 98, and 24. Excuse me. Both of them does the same damage. Both of them have the same accuracy. Aiming time is a little less on the 35. So the choice is yours, whichever one you want to choose from. Let's take a look at the Tier 4 tank. This is the SARL 42, which is the Tier 4 medium tank. Looks ugly, doesn't it? It has a big ass head. Very little to no sloping on it. But let's take a look at the specs on this thing so you can see it a little bit better. Blow it up. And we have 350 hit points, 230 horsepower. Top speed on this is 40 kilometers per hour. Traverse speed's a lot slower than the Tier 3, which is 28 degrees per second. Little to no armor, which is 40 on the front, 30 and 30 on the sides and the rear. And the same for the turret, 40 on the front, 30 on the sides and the rears. The turret traverse speed is 32 degrees per second. View range is 330 meters. And 710 on the signal range. So let's take a look how it actually comes totally equipped. Okay, you do end up with a Tier 5 gun, Tier 4 turret, Tier 9 radio, Tier 5 engine, and Tier 4 set of tracks, and does lead to the GR of the Renault G1R. Now the two top guns that you can choose from are, let's get them separated so we can see them. One's the Tier 4 gun is the 47mm caliber gun. Rate of fire is 27.27. Average pin is 106 to 24. 55 and 70. 0.36 in accuracy. And the top gun for this, the SA-44, which is a 75 caliber gun, rate of fire is 11.11, so rate of fire is about 2.5 less than the Tier 4 gun, but there's a higher average pin on it, which is 100, 129, and 38. Average damage is 110, and 175. It's not as accurate as the 47 at 0.43, and a little slower in the aiming time at 2.3 seconds. So those are the two guns you can choose from. It's up to you which ones you want to choose from. Okay, let's go to the Tier 5 tank. Okay, and this is the Tier 5 medium tank, the new one. The Renault G1 has that little beret on top, which signifies that this is definitely a French tank and a very weak spot for this tank. So that's not too bad. Let's take a look at the specs on this tank. Let's blow them up for you. 460 on the hit points, 450 on the horsepower, 40 kilometers per hour top speed, 30 degrees per second. More armor, which is 60, 60, and 60 on the hull, front, rear, and sides, and the same for the turret, front, rears, and sides, 60, 60, and 60. The traverse speed on the turret is 28 degrees per second, 350 on the view range, and 710 meters on the signal range. Come on. Now, this is the fully equipped tank. It comes with a Tier 5 turret. You got a choice between two Tier 5 guns, which we'll go over here in a little second. Tier 9 radio, Tier 5 engine, and a Tier 5 set of tracks. So that's not too bad. Now the top gun is the 105. And the second Tier 5 gun is the 75 SA-44, which is the same gun that's on the Renault G1. So you can choose between which guns you want to go with. Now, again, this one's the SA-44 is a 75 caliber gun compared to the 105, which is a 105 caliber gun. Now the rate of fire on the is 15 on the SA-44 is 15.38 compared to 6 rounds of fire on the 105. Now the average pin on it is 100, 129, and 38 on the SA-44 compared to 53 and 104. So it doesn't have a higher higher rate of fire. It doesn't have a higher pin rate on it. Now the damage is a lot different though. 110, 110, and 175 on the damage on the SA-44 compared to 410 to 350 on the damage on the 105. So it does do a higher rate of damage. .39 at 100 meters accuracy on the SA-44, so it's a lot. The SA-44 is a lot more accurate compared to 54.54 accuracy on the 105. Aiming time on the 44 is 2 seconds compared to 2.6 seconds. So you can choose the type of gun that you want to go with. The 105 definitely does have the higher alpha damage, but the SA-44 does have the higher DPS damage. So you can choose which ones you want to do and choose according to your playstyle. So it's the reason why I did this video is so you can take a look and see what the new tanks are looking like. Now I'll go a little bit more in depth in the tier 9 and tier 10 tanks. So hopefully you got a good look at the new lineup of the tanks, and you got a good look at the new tanks. A lot of people will say, why are you reviewing tiers 2, 3, 4, and 5 tanks? Well, these are new tanks. I want you all to take a look at it. And also, going to that new lineup, the 3 new medium tanks I just reviewed, it will let you decide whether or not you want to go down the medium line up to the ARL 45 or go straight down the heavy line. So it's up to you. You can go down each line. I just want to show you the tanks and give you a brief go over the specs of the tanks so you can understand them a lot better and make a better decision. So now, if you like this video, please like us on YouTube. If you have any comments or questions, be brave enough, leave them on my YouTube channel, not in the forums, but on my YouTube channel. And if you haven't done yet, subscribe to my channel. That way you know when the latest videos I do. I will be reviewing tier 9 and tier 10 tanks a little bit more in detail. So I hope you like this video. If you do, please like it. You all have a good day and save some tanks on the battlefield for me.